Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy. Thank you for watching this video. I'm with Houston Window Experts. I'm standing here in our beautiful showroom where we have over a dozen brands of windows and doors to choose from. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Western Systems casement window. This is really a cool window. Now before we get started, I just want to let you know that if you live in the Houston area, we'd love to meet you. Please come by our showroom. We'd like to get a chance to show you around. Maybe we could even come out to your house, take a look at your project. If you don't live in the Houston area and you're looking for a great window company near you, I get that request so often that I actually started building a list. You can go check it out at jeffslist.com. These are window companies that I know do a great job, and maybe we know somebody near you. Okay, so have you ever heard of Western Windows? Western Windows has been around since 1959, so they're a very well-established company. They recently got purchased by a really big company called PGT. Now, sometimes that can mean a bad thing, right? But in this case, PGT, with all the purchases they've made over the years, has actually said, we want to just stand here behind you and support you with money, technology, and of course, strategy. And that's what they've done with Anlin Windows, which I've got videos about Anlin Windows. If you've ever seen that, Anlin is a terrific vinyl window company. They've done it with other companies as well that they've bought, and they've done that with Western. So now Western has been able to expand, they've been able to grow, they're in more markets, they have more research and development, their technology has improved. Everything about Western has gotten better since PGT stepped in and bought them. And if you've ever considered kind of a modern look for your house, and you've seen that before, right? Like you've seen my videos about Eurowall, you've seen my videos about Fleetwood and some of these other companies. These are competitors to Western. Western is in that category where they are a premium provider of aluminum-based, primarily, they do have some wood stuff, but primarily aluminum-based products for contemporary style living. They like to help connect the outdoors to the indoors, right? And that's really a big thing. In fact, it's such a big thing that we understand now that it's a part of being healthy. It's a part of staying alive, being able to have good light come into your home, being able to actually connect yourself with nature. So if you've considered that, I think you need to consider Western. I have a video about Western doors, and we can put a link for that here up at the top, down at the bottom. They make door systems, they make window systems. They basically make a complete package. Anything you can imagine that you might need for your home, they can make. Now, this specific window I want to talk about today is from their 600 series. That's a key thing to remember. If you're buying stuff that's within the 600 series, the 600 series are all going to be designed to work well together when it comes to how they connect, etc. So this is a 4.5-inch deep frame on this, 4.5-inch deep here, which also matches up with their other 600 series products. So if you decided that you wanted to have a window like this, which is a casement window that operates next to a big giant fixed window or next to a door that's also part of the 600 series, you can make these things look where we call it a window wall, where one butts up to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and you end up getting a really good, clean, contemporary, seamless look. So what's the first thing you notice when you look at this? Well, first thing I notice is simplicity, right? Like even their logo, it's just a W, right? It's not really going crazy. They're not trying to sell, they're just kind of say this is who we are. And if you ever drive down nice new neighborhoods with new construction, sometimes you can spot from the street, you see a W and you'll know, okay, that's a Western. Maybe I'll pull over and I'll walk through that house while it's under construction and take a look at a Western window. But simplicity also from the point of view that if you look at this profile on the top and the profile on the side and on the side and on the bottom, they're all the same profile. They all use the same measurements so that you end up with a symmetrical, clean look. And that's what you expect, right? When you want to go to something that's a little more contemporary, a little more modern. If you also notice here too, the grid pattern on this, while it's very traditional, it's what we call a colonial grid pattern, right? These little crossbars. It's also a very flat look. It's very clean. It's contemporary. It doesn't poke out. It doesn't stick out. Now that's okay if you like that look. That's called the steel look, and they make a product that actually simulates steel. If you've thought about buying steel windows or steel doors, you might want to consider their steel product as well. But this particular unit, nice and flat, nice and flush, very simple, very clean. Now, if you don't like that, you should just go ahead and skip to another video. But this is what this is designed to do, and it does it really, really well. And I'm really proud of how well they've done that and how well it looks. So just from the appearance point of view, you're going to notice how simple and clean it is. But if you start looking a little bit closer, you see some things like this here. Check out how they have 3 butt hinges. This is called a butt hinge right here. And butt hinges are very strong. They do a really good job of holding up the weight of this window. Why? Because this is aluminum, but it's still, aluminum's heavier than vinyl and some other products. And you've got a lot of glass in here, and glass is very heavy. Glass is about 7 to 8 pounds per square foot. So you need that reinforcement, you need that strength, you need the butt hinges. On this particular application, it has 3 butt hinges on it. Now, here you see nothing, right? But then, of course, you come to the inside and you get the inside look. Now, if you notice from the inside, it pretty much looks like the outside, which is kind of the whole idea here. There's no wood in here, there's nothing here that you have to do as far as maintenance. It's just all real simple, real clean. I do like they're tucked away, flush, mounted, concealed, resting handle. This is the handle that we use when we want to open the window. I'll show you that in a second. If you notice here too, check out how that spins, right? Remember, did you remember back in the day, I used to have a CB radio in the 70s, on the steering wheel, you could get one of those balls that we clamp on, like a truck driver ball, so you could like do that to turn. Yeah, that's where they got the idea, I guess. I'll have to ask, well, they've been around since '59. I'm sure that's where they got the idea. That helps when I crank this to make it easy to turn. So here's a little latch. The latch is concealed, really nice, flush, flat, doesn't stick out, and then it lifts up right here, okay? And that helps me unlock the system. This is a hidden multi-point locking system. Now, let me tell you what I like about this latch being over here on the left-hand side, and I've seen a lot of manufacturers do this. Some manufacturers have not done this yet, and they'll put the latch in the wrong spot, and sometimes it's in the way of you being able to have shutters, plantation shutters, or maybe your blinds or something if it sticks out too far. So if you had blinds in here and they're coming down, you don't have to worry about this getting in the way and hitting on those. So that's really pretty cool that they did it that way as well. So as you watch now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to start cranking this open, and you see how that swivels in my hand. Oh, how nice is that? And I want you to come around the other side now and take a look. Now this particular unit actually has a hinge on it where it only limits it to this much operation. They also make other options for that. If you needed to have this window in the bedroom, for example, as egress, where you'd be able to climb in and out, you can have one that actually goes further, that opens up a little bit wider. But if you notice here, all of this hardware that they're using here, all these fasteners are really high quality, really industrial strength hardware and fasteners. Look at how many little screws. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 9 screws holding this hardware in. Why? Because it's going to catch some wind, right? You're going to get some wind on this when it's blowing. And then if you come over on this side and you look here, you'll see the multi-point latches I was talking about. This particular unit, based on its size, has 1, 2, 3 latches. And you can see when I go to latch this in place, these go up and down. And these little pins right here engage right here, right in front of you. You can see here, this is the locking hardware where those will engage. And also what's pretty cool is you see the screws here and it's on a slide. So I can adjust that, right? As we put the window in, it needs to be adjusted perhaps. And then sometimes maybe after the house has been built or after you've been living in the home with these windows for a while, due to the heat and the cold, expansion and contraction, there might be some slight adjustment, but these are fully adjustable and I really like that about it. Now, what good is a window if it doesn't seal well and keep the air and the water out? And that's where they've done such a terrific job with this. And it might be a little hard, we can get you a close-up of it to be able to see it, but there's actually a weather gasket right here on the very perimeter, on the very edge, right there. It's a nice silicone-based weather gasket that does a great job of sealing. It comes in, it closes, and it pushes up against the actual frame right here. You can see where the very edge of this will hit the very edge of this line right here, and it'll give me a real nice tight seal. Now they didn't just do it there, they did it also on the inside. If you notice here, here's another gasket, right? So we have this gasket here that goes all the way around the perimeter that touches up against the frame, and then we've got this exterior gasket that pushes up against this side over here in the jamb. So you actually have 2 good points of connection, two good places to help keep dust and dirt and allergens and bugs, ants, bugs, things like that, right? And of course rain of course is terrible. We don't want that inside the house, but this helps keep that in and keeps it sealed really good. Now, one thing I noticed that they did, and a lot of window companies don't go to this trouble, I want you to come up here and take a look at this top corner, and maybe we'll have to get you a close-up, but there it is. If you notice here in this top corner where the gasket makes the corner, it is not actually spliced there. A lot of window companies will splice the gasket to make that turn. Instead, what Western has done is they've used one single piece of gasket material, and that gasket material starts at the very bottom left-hand corner over here, makes the turn, makes another turn, comes down to the very other bottom left-hand corner, because that way if water ever got up in here, it's not going to come through that little slice where you get a 45-degree cut or where you melt those 2 pieces together. Just the little thoughtfulness, the little things that when you get to the level of precision and quality that you expect from a company like Western, these things are being done and handled and thought through. engineering, man, those engineering guys, you know, we think they're a little geeky, but they know what they're doing, and they're actually protecting the idiots like me from making these kind of mistakes. Now, one of the things you'll notice here too is it's kind of hard to see because everything's black in this window, which I appreciate. But right here, you'll see this little shiny stuff right here. That actually is a thermal break. That actually helps separate the exterior aluminum frame from the interior aluminum frame, and that helps stop the conduction of heat and cold. Now, for a better explanation about that and the difference between regular aluminum and premium aluminum, I've got a video I made just about that subject. It's right up here. You can click on it, or you can go down here in the description and click on that. I think that's worth spending some time reading about that and watching that, because what happens is sometimes people say, I got a quote from Houston Window Experts for this premium aluminum product, but I went and saw another product that costs 20% less or 50% less, and it looks the same. Well, is it thermally broken? Is it using silicone-based weather gaskets? Is it using stainless steel fasteners? You know, what's the difference, right? Like when we first look at it, it all looks the same. But the more you know, the more you understand that not all things are created equal and there's different levels of quality. So I think it'd be good for you to check that out. Now, people ask, well, Jeff, color options on this. Well, you know, pretty much everybody's going with anodized aluminum. Anodized is really the way to go with products like this. And as you can see, they have a black, they have a bronze, they have like a silver color as well, like, you know, some people call it a clear anodized. But they have a total of 11 colors that they consider their standard options. Now, they have stuff that's quicker and ready to ship that they use more of, but 11 options are available to you. And if it's not something in one of those options that you like, then of course they can actually make a customized color just for you. And those would be made, instead of being anodized, those are going to be what's called a powder coat finish. So under powder coat finish, they actually use a 2605 powder coat instead of a 2604. 2604 is considered a really high standard. 2605 is like diamond grade standard. So you're gonna have a better finish and it's gonna last longer and it's gonna look great. Now, Western, based out of Phoenix, and their name is Western. What do you think they started by doing? They started by making windows in Arizona. Well, how hot is Arizona? Oh my God, Arizona's really hot. So if this window can work in Arizona, the heat in Arizona, imagine what it can do where you live. Now, I don't recommend this window a lot for anybody who's in a very, very far northern climate, because even with thermal break aluminum, you're still gonna have way too much, in my opinion, conduction of cold. You're gonna really feel that cold coming through on the aluminum. Now, not the glass, right? The glass is gonna be excellent because the glass is made by the best glass company in the world. But the rest of it, the frame part of it, might not be a great solution for you if you're in a very cold northern climate. But if you're in a milder climate, or if you're in a hot climate like we are here in Houston, or like they are in Phoenix, products like this are excellent for that. Your performance levels are going to be great. You're not going to have a problem getting your zoning people and city people to approve this as an overall envelope for meeting the energy requirements that are required for your home. I think you're going to be very happy with it. You say, well, Jeff, what else do you like about this window? Well, you know, I like the people. I like the people over at Western. I've spent some time with them. They really do care about their dealers. They care about their end users like you. And so they're always striving. They're great at volunteering. They really love to give back to the community. They're they're like heroes in the area of treating their employees well. And I appreciate everything about that, because I really feel the same way about my staff and the way we do things too. One thing I want to point out to you before we go right to the end, because I'm almost there, is, and I'm gonna have to get you a close up of this, but there's a spacer down in here, and it's that little kind of stitching looking thing you see, and that's what separates the outside pane of glass from the inside pane of glass. And if you notice, it is black. It is black, and it's made out of metal instead of made out of foam. Some people use the foam, and sometimes the foam doesn't stay flat. It doesn't look as clean and as crisp. When you use a metal spacer like this, and this is stainless steel, so it doesn't conduct much at all. When you use a metal spacer like that, it's nice, it's rigid, it's firm, it's square. It gives you, again, that finishing touch. I probably notice this stuff. You probably don't notice this stuff. I'm sure whatever industry you're in, you probably feel the same way. You can spot things, you know, that a guy like me wouldn't spot, but I can spot that, and it lets me know that they're doing a really good job. It lets me know that they care about the quality, and they care about how it looks. They care about how it performs. Well, is there anything I don't like about this window? Well, every window I see, I find some things that I'm not really crazy about, you know? Like, for example, I wish that maybe on this particular window, right here, maybe where the screen connects, it was a little bit different mounting system. They use a system where it kind of snaps into place. I don't care for it when the screen's in here. I think it looks a little bit not as crisp and clean. So in my opinion, I would leave the screens out and I'd put them in a closet, especially in Houston. And then if you have a hurricane, you have to open the window, then maybe you could open it up at that point. They do get a little bit overboard. I'll show it to you real quick. I know I'm getting really nitpicky now, but it's worth you seeing it. They go a little bit overboard on the sealants down here. If you notice down here, they really goop that up. Now, I guess you could say, yeah, if you're going to err on the side of anything, err on the side of giving me too much sealant on these corners. But, you know, that's just me being picky. Do I love it? Yeah, I love it. Would I put it in my house? If I needed windows in my house, I'd put this in my house. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a really great product. I think you ought to come by and see it. Drop by our showroom. Okay, so don't forget, if you live in the Houston area, I'd love to meet you. If you don't live in Houston, please check out jeffslist.com. I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Have a great day.